Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick pick prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the middleweight rematch title fight for the undisputed middleweight title, Israel Adesanya versus Marvin Vettori 2. So let's look at this one. So straight to the point, both have made improvements, but I feel in actuality Adesanya has made more improvements. Also, he has done more. He's won the belt and even tried to go up, won the belt, defend the belt, and try to go up and win 2 belts. With Vettori, he's been putting in work. Definitely rising the division, but no title yet. This is a chance to get a title. He's made some improvements in striking, improvements in experience, mixing his game together a little bit better. But for the most part, I see largely an involved the same fighter. Where I feel like Adesanya, I guess you could say Adesanya ain't really submitting no one or no nothing like that. But I definitely feel like the Brad Tavares fight, out of all this fight, I feel like the Brad Tavares was the most complete performance from Adesanya. The grappling was there. The striking was there. The clinch game was there. That was the best Adesanya I've seen. People don't even show that highlight. They always go to the Whitaker or the Gastelum fight or the Costa fight. But I feel like the most beautiful performance from him that showed like this guy is clicking for this guy was the Tavares fight. Go back and watch the fight. That just shows you that his grappling is much better than people give him. His wrestling, all that stuff is much better than people realize. And that's when I knew like this guy's about to take over the division. So go back and watch the fight. But even though the Blackwoods fight kind of underwrit that in a way by saying like, oh, he could get taken down, he could this and that. People forgot that that was already what everybody was attempting to do on him, and that Vettori, even when he first fought him, already was a high-level grappler and got shut down in the takedowns. And then in the first 2 rounds, in the 3rd round, got takedowns, but ain't do nothing with them. So this already has been people's path to beat him, and he has already been addressing that and dealing with that. In the Brunson fight, Brunson, as we seen, beating the same people that Vettori beat before Vettori beat him, or Vettori and Hermanson, who's supposed to be the guys now, and he shut Brunson down. You know, this is a better Brunson version of Brunson. I can see him still doing the same exact thing he did to him in the first fight. But yeah, again, coming in with with Vettori, I feel like Adesanya has made more improvements, and the Adesanya that fought Vettori the first time wasn't as comfortable with defending grappling. Like, he was more reactive to takedowns or attempts, or at least more hesitant with his striking. But we saw in like as it went along, like especially go back to some of these fights, like the Costa, the Whitaker fights, the Romero, well, not the Romero fight, right, but some of the Tavares fights, especially the Tavares fight, he has got a lot more free with his striking and even his own grappling, and more comfortable. His skill sets are improving. You know, when I see it, but the way he fights reflects it because he is more comfortably, more understanding. He can defend it better. Brunson fight. So yeah, but with this one, to really make it quick or to the point, like make an actual quick pick prediction, I feel like Vettori still he's so hung up on the first fight, which he definitely lost. And yeah, he's hung up on the first fight, which he lost. False sense of confidence. He's probably looking at the Blackwoods fight. False sense of confidence. You gotta realize Blackwoods was the weight class between 185 and 205 is a 20-pound gap, and then Adesanya would weigh in at like 201 or 200 on the dot, and Black was probably rehydrated to like 220 or 230, so significantly bigger than him, more experienced than Vettori and Adesanya combined. So bigger, more experienced, and awkward. With Vettori, he's not really awkward. He's powerful. He's talented, pretty clean technique, but nowhere near as far as striking and near Adesanya. But if he could blend it all together, he could close that gap and find opportunities. But I feel like with a lot of times with his takedowns, even against lesser competition, it's forced, it's muscled. So when he goes to higher level competition like Hermanson fight, I think Hermanson got like 3 takedowns to his 1 or 3 to 2. So Hermanson out wrestled him as far as takedowns. But as far as the overall grappling, he out grappled Hermanson and out fought Hermanson. But still, forcing. If he was blending his technique a little bit better, like say Black was for technically athlete was really out striking Adesanya to an extent, and then waited to later round to really go for the takedowns and was able to score them and set them up based on Adesanya's reaction. Where I thought Vettori, a lot of stuff, he has all the skills and talent, but he's still youthful in the mind in a way where he's not really blending his stuff together and not setting it up. He's forcing. And by forcing things, that's going to cause him to spend more energy and make him more telegraphed, which allow Adesanya to defend these takedowns better, which he's already going to be prepared for. And then when he's just spending energy, wasting energy, being telegraphed, that's going to allow Adesanya, a counter fighter, a tactician, a mentalist out there, a sniper out there, to pick him apart, land shots, and it's gonna make him more unsuccessful in both parts in his striking because it's gonna be like he's gonna be wasting energy when you start getting demoralized. You're not scoring those takedowns. Your striking is gonna be off. And it's mixed martial arts. When you're mixed martial arts fighters, you start throwing off one part of the game, you start throwing them off. Especially if they're not like an experienced, like top level fighter who knows how to, got these different switches they could go to. But I don't feel like Vettori has those or hasn't shown those just yet. And that's gonna play right into Adesanya. Adesanya's gonna be bullying Matador once again, and it's taking part of a frustrated Italian and making him pay for every single of his faults, every single aggression, and set every single misstep. I feel like Vettori will have his little moments in there, but even like when he forces these takedowns, you're not gonna get them as clean and definitely not gonna be able to control them as much. It's what's gonna allow Adesanya to spring right back to his feet and continue working, landing knees, landing elbow, step right out of the clinch, and continue to outstrike him from a distance. And then I think he still carries over that power from 205 and from the Costa fight, where in between camps he added more muscle on. And I feel like his shots can be filled much more than they were in their first fight. And the same shots, little clipping shots he landed before in that first fight, are going to be shots that's going to rock Vettori, stumble him. And I think over the course of the fight, those little short counters are going to add up, and Adesanya's going to put him away late. So in this one, I have Israel Adesanya via 4th round TKO.